Embark on an exciting journey in the United States, where you'll uncover stories of dreams and endless possibilities. The country is a beacon of academic excellence and houses 8 of the top 10 universities globally. In the USA, diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. This offers students an invaluable opportunity to engage, learn, and thrive in a multicultural environment. Beyond academics, the USA opens doors to a world of opportunities, with graduates often finding their place in Fortune 500 companies. We know the decision to study abroad is a mix of excitement and apprehension. That's where AECC steps in. We're your compass, guiding you through every step of your journey. From course selection, university application, visa processing, to pre-departure briefings, our end-to-end services are completely free. Ready to chase your American dream? Connect with AECC today, and let's turn your dream into a reality. Fill out the contact form to get started. Embark on an exciting journey in the United States, where you'll uncover stories of dreams and endless possibilities. The country is a beacon of academic excellence and houses 8 of the top 10 universities globally. In the USA, diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. This offers students an invaluable opportunity to engage, learn, and thrive in a multicultural environment. Beyond academics, the USA opens doors to a world of opportunities, with graduates often finding their place in Fortune 500 companies. We know the decision to study abroad is a mix of excitement and apprehension. That's where AECC steps in. We're your compass, guiding you through every step of your journey. From course selection, university application, visa processing, to pre-departure briefings, our end-to-end services are completely free. Ready to chase your American dream? Connect with AECC today, and let's turn your dream into a reality. Fill out the contact form to get started. Embark on an exciting journey in the United States, where you'll uncover stories of dreams and endless possibilities. The country is a beacon of academic excellence and houses 8 of the top 10 universities globally. In the USA, diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. This offers students an invaluable opportunity to engage, learn, and thrive in a multicultural environment. Beyond academics, the USA opens doors to a world of opportunities, with graduates often finding their place in Fortune 500 companies. We know the decision to study abroad is a mix of excitement and apprehension. That's where AECC steps in. We're your compass, guiding you through every step of your journey. From course selection, university application, visa processing, to pre-departure briefings, our end-to-end services are completely free. Ready to chase your American dream? Connect with AECC today, and let's turn your dream into a reality. Fill out the contact form to get started.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for session with the University of Seattle. I'm Victor from the University Global and will be your host for today's session. So for this session, we will have a presentation from Ms. Kathy, and then after that, we will have a Q&A session as well. So if you guys have any questions regarding to this presentation, please type in the chat box and we will answer it on the presentation. Okay? Uh, Ms. Kathy, I think you can ready to start the presentation.
Sure. Thank you. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fully.
Okay, perfect. So, good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kirti Kaluri. I am the International Student Recruitment Coordinator at City University of Seattle. I'm based in Seattle. I manage global teams, and I am responsible for the student recruitment and in City University of Seattle. I am excited to be here. I do have a small presentation about what CityU is and what do we offer. We can have a question and Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So feel free to feel free to ask me any questions if you have. If it's okay, shall I get started or?
It's you can start the presentation now.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'll share my screen. Or shall I wait for a few more minutes? Or if there is anyone joining, I can wait.
Okay. I think we can wait for 5 minutes. We
Okay,
can
yeah,
maybe
sure.
yeah.
Of course, let me know. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. So are you based in Seattle?
Oh, yes, I am based in Seattle.
Okay, I think we can start the presentation.
Oh, we can
There
start.
will be
Okay.
people coming in.
Okay, yeah, sure. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see
Okay.
it.
Okay, perfect then. Yeah, I do encounter some technical difficulties sometimes. We all
Mine
do.
as well.
Yeah.
Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, yeah. I did have some difficulty in the beginning, but now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then let's get started. City University of Seattle. We are based in the downtown of Seattle. City University of Seattle is founded in the year 1973. We are a private, not-for-profit. We are accredited by the NWCC, which is Northwestern College, Community College, and and universities. And our programs are ACBSP accredited, and we are ranked in the top 50 by for online programs by the US News and World Report. We do have over 60 programs for our domestic and international students together, which also include the STEM degrees, which is very attractive for our international students. In addition to this, we have campuses and study centers in our key partners. We do have campuses in Canada, and we do have campuses in Canada, and we also have study centers in Mexico, Slovakia, Vietnam, and China. So we do have three other teaching locations for our domestic students in the state of Washington, but we do have the study centers in different countries. Our mission is to change lives for good by offering high quality and relevant lifelong education to anyone with a desire to learn. So we need to be our main mission is to provide education to anyone who has a desire to study, and being accessible is one of our core values. So accessibility and flexibility being our core values, we do offer programs where the students can study online, on-site, and hybrid as well, which I will be letting you know as we go forward in this presentation. Why CityU? CityU is not is just why CityU. So it is located in the heart of Seattle with a global recognition and accreditation with the NWCC, and we do have career-focused programs. So our domestic population is mostly working adults and working professionals. So we design our programs for students, both international students and domestic students, to have career focused programs, so that way they can start working. Once they start working, the program which should enhance their skills and get them get them promoted to the next level in the hierarchy of the company they work in. And flexible learning options. When I told you we offer online, on-site, and hybrid models, this is that flexible learning options are designed for that. So as international students, F1 students need to have some need to follow some rules where they need to be present on campus. So if a graduate student takes two courses to study in one quarter, one course can be taken on site and one can be taken online. That is a kind of a flexible option now we have. And for the domestic students, they can take it completely online, completely off site, or one course on site and one course online, so they can do it as a mixed mode learning as well. So we do also have strong industry connections. We, City University of Seattle, being in the downtown of Seattle, we do have strong we are proud to say that we do have strong industry connections, and we are proud to provide the great international student support to our international students with affordable and accessible education. We are located in the heart of Seattle. So, City University of Seattle, as I mentioned, the first statement is we are based in the downtown of Seattle. So, yeah, we are literally based in the downtown of Seattle. We are based in the downtown of Seattle, which is a home to the top tech companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Boeing. And yeah, Boeing is not literally in the downtown, but yeah, we do have the companies like Expedia, which are based in the downtown of Seattle. And Seattle has a thriving business and tech ecosystem. So when we look at these companies, it is just not about it's just not about tech students having a great opportunities, but equally the business school of business and management students also have equal opportunities to work after completing their education in Seattle. Endless networking and career opportunities. So when I said we are proudly partnered with these companies, we do provide the networking and career opportunities for the students to during their academic and after the academic program as well. So to share a bit about Seattle, Seattle is based in the Pacific Northwest corner of the United States. Little bit about the temperatures are mild all throughout the year. We experience all the four seasons: fall, winter, spring, and summer. I'm eagerly waiting for spring to get started this year. We are mostly have a very moderate temperatures, not so cold, not so hot, but I think it is the best weather a student can experience while studying in the United States. We are located 2 blocks from the famous Space Needle and 2 blocks away from the Amazon campus. So Seattle is ranked as the 13th best or the safest city to live in the United States. And it is of Washington is ranked as the fifth best state to live in the United States. So outside of Seattle, the students can explore cities which are only 2 hours away from Seattle, cities like Portland or Vancouver, Canada, and Vancouver in Washington. And the students can also visit Mount Rainier or Snoqualmie Parks, which are only like hour or hour and a half away from Seattle. So the students have different activities to engage in even during their education. So it's not just about education, but having an experience of studying abroad is very important for a student. So global recognition and accreditation. Like I mentioned, we are accredited by the NWCC, which is Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities, and it is ranked. We are ranked top 50 by the U.S. News and World Report for our online programs, and we have strong international partnerships and global network. City University of Seattle School of Business and Management degree program is is accredited by the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, which is ACBSP. And yeah, and our School of Technology and Computing programs are accredited by the ABET accreditation. And our career focused programs. When I mentioned we do have career focused programs, they are industry aligned curriculum, which can help the students to have a better a better curriculum to align with their future career goals. So it's not just having letting the student have, okay, I'm studying MBA and I'm done. So this should take the students somewhere after they graduate. So our programs are aligned or designed in a curriculum that the students will know what is new in the industry, and at the same time, industry experts teach the program. So it's not just we hire a full-time faculty who just teach one, okay, this is coded as A, B, and C, you need to study A, B, and C. No, an industry expert who works in these companies or who works in the field of computer science. Suppose if there is a program, if there is a course related to Python programming, we hire a faculty who works in that domain in one of these companies we have. So this faculty working in Amazon, in working in the domain of the Python, this is for example, I'm not so great at the tech terms, but I'm just giving you this as an example. So who is working in the domain of Python comes and teaches the student. So it means that student will have a first-hand experience from from the faculty, and they'll know, okay, so if my dream is to work in Amazon, what am I going to give it? What am I going to gain from this course? What am I going to gain? How should I be prepared for an interview? So having a practitioner faculty from one of these, having practitioner faculty from one of these companies will give the student of soft core interview skills during their education on a daily basis. So maybe the faculty who is teaching might be in a panel of his interview once he applies to work at Amazon. So the faculty give the tips to the student that, okay, this is what you need to learn, this is what you should do and what you should not do. These there should the students should get the students should get the skills while they are while they are studying in CityU and Seattle. And our graduate programs we offer from the School of Technology and Computing are Master of Science in Computer Science and Master of Science in Data Science. And from the School of Business and Management, we do have our MBA program, which is the Master of Business Administration. We do also have undergraduate programs, but those are strictly for transfer students only. Suppose if you have students who are studying already in the United States, maybe in a community college or maybe in a community college, or maybe they are not satisfied with the university or the college they join. If they do want to transfer after, if they have enough credits, we can transfer them into our undergraduate programs. So we minimum need 45 credits as a transfer credits for the students to come from a community college or any other college into CityU. Because we cannot offer the entry level programs because it's hard to find the faculty to teach the general education programs. And in order to survive in the competition of the tuition fee, we had to only take up the core courses in the upper level core courses, which starts from the third year. So the students can study for 2 years in any of the community colleges or in any other college in the US, and then they can transfer to CityU. And going forward, they can have all the advantages, like I mentioned, with the practitioner faculty and everything. Everything still stands the same, but from the third year of their education in the undergraduate program. So from the School of Technology and Computing, again, we do have Bachelor of Science in Applied Computer Science. And from the School of Business and Management, we have Bachelor of Arts in Management and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. We do have very limited programs for our international students, just to have the personalized attention to those students here. And intakes and deadlines. We do have four intakes. So CityU is more of a rolling intake basis, I would say. So even if the student cannot join us for one intake, immediately after 3 months, they do have another intake coming up. So our fiscal year starts our academic year starts in the month of July. So we consider July or the summer intake as our first intake. So summer intake starts in July and the deadline is on the 1st of May. Our fall starts in October and the deadline is the 1st of August. Similarly, we do have winter quarters, which starts in the month of January. And to apply to study in I'm sorry, I think that's 1st of November's. The deadline says wrong here, but the winter quarter deadline is 1st of November. And spring intake, which starts in April, the deadline is 1st of February. So if the students are already in the United States, for to start studying in July, the deadline is 1st of June, and to start in October, the deadline is 1st of September. Similarly, to start in Jan, the deadline is 1st of December, and to start in April, the deadline is 1st of March. If the students are already in the US, so having working with the transfer students is a bit more easy than compared to working with our offshore students, because we always recommend the students to to apply way before the deadlines so that they can get their visa slot on time, and they can, if there are any last minute preparations or change in the documentation, they'll have enough time to work and join this quarter. Though we have a rolling intake basis, but sometimes it's difficult for them to, they may miss out on the courses which they want to study. Suppose if they have to take a preparatory course and which is not offered, maybe that's offered only in the fall, for example, only if it's offered in fall. So they may have to wait until the spring, or they may have to wait until winter again to start working on their application process or the deferral process. So in order to avoid all this, we always recommend the student to apply way ahead before the deadline so they can get their I-20 on time and they can get their visa slot on time. You will know better than I do about the visa slots and the availabilities and the visa appointment availabilities. I think, yeah, so in order to avoid all these confusions in the last minute, we do recommend the students to apply way ahead of the deadlines. Our admission and the application requirements. Our application requirements is an application form with a $50 of application fee, a consent to release information form from the agents, a copy of passport and financial declaration form, which I'll show you in the next slide how it looks like, and a bank statement along with a sponsor statement that they have to to prove that they have enough funds to come and study in the US, and a proof of English language proficiency. So in order to be eligible to apply, you have the admission requirements. We do not require any GRE or GMAT. So, but if the students we can accept students up to 20 backlogs, and the percentage should be 60 percentage and above. We can accept 3 years degree, but please do check with us. It's sometimes usually a case by case basis. We offer admission for 3 years bachelor undergraduate students. English language proficiency test is also available upon arrival, which is our in-house ITEP test, where the student can request for an ITEP examination after they apply, and they do not wish to take any of the English language proficiency tests like IELTS or PTE. So English language proficiency. So the students, because we take graduate students directly, I mentioned only the graduate requirements of English proficiency here. IELTS overall 6.5, Duolingo 110, PT 59, and TOEFL 84. Similarly, we can also, students from undergraduate applying for undergraduate programs, Duolingo is 100, IELTS is 6, PTE is 51, and TOEFL is 76. So this is the English language proficiency requirements for both undergraduate and graduate. But I mentioned only graduate because most of the students we have are graduate students international students. When I told affordable and accessible education in the beginning, we do offer a high quality education at a great value where we provide competitive tuition rates to the students along with the scholarships. We also have financial aid options for students with low economic background. And yeah, of course, our programs are all written on investment driven programs. So our next is the tuition fee. So this is the part of our financial declaration form. Any graduate student who is planning to study in the United States need to show or at least 48,000 or $49,000 in their bank statement to meet to meet the I-20 requirements. So this will be the same statement that would be mentioned in their I-20 to support their education. And undergraduate is 58,000. Yeah, 58,000 here. So we also offer scholarships for the students, which is President's Merit Scholarship if the students are doing extraordinary in their undergraduate or the previous education, and they do have 90% or 85% and above, we can offer scholarship up to $5,000. And if the student is, yeah, I think it's 90% and above is $5,000 of scholarship. If the student has 75% and above, we can offer up to $2,000 of scholarship. This amount is disbursed equally within the first 3 quarters. So, so if the student starts in the fall, so fall, winter, and spring. So 2000 by 3, it's easy math. Let's do it as $600 or $650 each quarter. And strong industry connections. When I mentioned we do have strong industry connections with employers around Seattle, like Amazon and Microsoft, we do take the students to the company visits in Seattle at least once a quarter. So these company visits are designed to give the student a better understanding of how a business or how a company operates in a real world. They get a chance to observe the day-to-day operations and engage in a networking discussion with the professionals, and they experience how a corporate life or a corporate environment would look like for the students. They can understand what the new industry practices are, network with the industry experts, and explore the career paths what they are looking for, and see what kind of innovations are being practiced in these companies. In last summer, we took the students to Microsoft. We placed them for one complete day in we took them in for a one complete day in Microsoft, where the students had a chance to engage with the industry experts. Um, I think there were okay. These were the programs which was designed in that one day. Is they had a session on LinkedIn, how to be industry ready. LinkedIn plays a lot of role these days to give them, okay, so maybe if you have to find a job, it's LinkedIn, or network with someone, it's LinkedIn. So how to make best use of LinkedIn to be industry ready. And the second one is there was one professional who works in Microsoft. She came up and told about how a day in life of a Microsoft employee looks like. So it's like, okay, so it's not just daily going to the office, working on the projects you're assigned, and going back home. It's not that. So what kind of experience an employee can get from Microsoft is given to them in a first-hand basis. And we also took them to Amazon. Amazon was also a part of their company visit strategy. And I think after we had these company visits, the students gave us, they had the feedback the students provided us where they did have gained the practical insights of what a company working in these companies look like. And they had a breakout sessions during this visit. So maybe someone from the business business students were interacting with someone from the business or the marketing side of the department of the companies, and someone from the in technology and computing. They were talking about the upcoming trends like AI or artificial intelligence or machine learning, whatever. So they created a little breakout session so where the students can all go and talk to the experts and get practical insights from the experts directly. That way, which they can use it in their future application, or maybe if they're in the last quarter applying for jobs, which they can use it to look when they are looking for a job. So this company visits, participating in this company visits gives them the practical insights, build the professional network, and explore the career opportunities what they have, and also stay updated with the industry trends. The next is the international student support, which we provided to our international students. So students should who are yeah, we need to make them welcome, make the students feel welcome, and it is more like a home away from home. So our international student office provides admission, advising, and immigration compliance, and every student will be assigned with an advisor where right from the starting of application till they graduate, the same advisor will be continuing to answer their any kind of questions. So students can go and ask an advisor, suppose if they have trouble understanding the program plan. Okay, let me book you an appointment, and the advisor and the student group together in person so that they can talk to the advisor. So even after pandemic, we have the advisors on campus. So if from Monday to Friday, so the students can call an advisor. Okay, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you on Friday at 2 p.m.? Yes, of course. Of course, again, during the work hours, we need to respect their work hours as well. But yeah, the students have an opportunity to meet with the advisor in person and ask any questions. The advisors or the international student office will conduct a monthly workshop on OPT, which students, the graduating students, to help them to how to apply for OPT. Every international student looks for OPT after they graduate. So what to do on an OPT application, what not to do, how to apply, and what are the student visa rules that change when you are on OPT. So these will all be taught in the OPT workshop, which is conducted once a quarter or once a month. So that way they can, I think it's once a quarter, sorry. So that way the students can have can get a guidance from the advisor on their OPT application. Similarly, we also have a career center where we offer resume writing tools, interview or job search tools like handshakes, and we also organize career workshop along with alumni career speaking series, and we also have job fairs on campus. I think in the month of May, we do have the School of Technology and Computing is offering job fairs where we are inviting over 25 plus companies onto the campus, and this is the first time I am looking at a job fair, so maybe I can give you a better insight after I participate in that fair. But students will have an interact opportunity to interact with the students around the globe and create multicultural environment so that they can work together in collaboration with their projects, or they can bond over projects, or the first orientations can give them collaborations and friendships as well. So when I mentioned the career workshops, we do have events like seminars and bring the panel discussions on campus where the students can gather and build the connections with faculty and professionals, and also they group together to work on mini projects, and which in turn are the faculty will be mentoring the students with them, and they do also form the clubs. So we do have to support the international students again, we have student ambassador positions who are based on campus. The students are the student ambassadors, of course. They they guide the new international students who sometimes have maybe a new student who is always overwhelmed with a new country, new culture. Sometimes there is a culture shock for the students who travel away from their home country for the first time, or travel away from home for the first time, and they might feel homesick, or they may not feel welcomed on campus. So our student ambassadors are there to support or help them answer any questions. And if there is any, maybe if there isn't anything a student can do on his own, he can guide them to a particular advisor or a student services, to the student services department, if they need any kind of support from from the staff and the faculties. And so this is one of the opportunities we have. And we also have teaching assistant positions for the students to work in different departments. And we do also have student assistant who can work in different departments. I do have a student assistant. Of course, they may not be related to in their line of education, but at least that can help them support their education while they are away from home. If we can, yeah, I think the pay can help them pay their rent or the food and rental expenses, maybe, for example, there. So these are all the support we can provide to the students who for the international students. We also have student housing, which we rent space from the Cornish Commons. We are That's again in the downtown of Seattle. It's only 2 blocks away from our campus, which is fully furnished with community amenities and laundry, cafeteria. So yeah, you have all this the beautiful view of the Space Needle and the skyline. Uh, which is not on we do not have it on campus, but it's only 2 blocks away. So the students can walk through the downtown, through the Amazon, via the Amazon spheres and the beautiful city of Seattle. And it's a very safe and secure place to stay. If a student is the first time coming into the US and he has no place to stay, he can initially start with the Cornish Commons, stay there for 5 weeks. Our shortest lease period is for 5 weeks. So if the student can stay there for 5 weeks, and then he can, maybe if he likes, he can continue with the lease, or he can break the lease after 5 weeks and look for another accommodation of his choice. These are some of our student success stories. So maybe you can just go through our 3 success stories we put it here, so you will have an idea of the student satisfaction at CityU. Let me give you like half minute. So, when I tell you all the success stories and what we do at CityU, you may not practically see these on our website, for which we have our social media. We post everything on our CityU International page on LinkedIn, and we CityU International page on Instagram as well. So you can see on a daily basis, okay, what are we doing at CityU? Okay, what is news to us, and what's coming up next in the next quarter? Or are we planning any fun activities in the summer? Are we taking them to any of the company visits? So what do we have? So these are all the new things happening at CityU will first be posted on our CityU International Instagram page and LinkedIn page. So follow us there, so you'll have more insights of what we do on a daily basis. So this is the end of our presentation. I am open to have any questions for now.
Okay, thank you, Kirti, for your great presentation. So we do have few questions already in the chat box. The first one is about the cost of living in Seattle. Is it more affordable to live in Seattle than in other cities in the US?
Sorry, can I see the questions or
Yes. You
okay.
can click on the chat box. The first one is about the cost of living in Seattle. Whether what is it like? Is it more affordable than living in Seattle or any of the cities in the US? How much those like the living costs per month?
Cost of living in Seattle is affordable compared. Seattle is bit expensive to be very honest when compared to other cities in the US, but I think a
Uh-huh.
student it is very important for the student to manage their finances. So living in downtown is very expensive. So a one bedroom apartment costs around $2,500 to $4,000 depending upon the community they live in. So all the students, most of the students go on a sharing basis. So if the student wants to live alone and want to afford if he can afford the $2,500, yes, he can definitely go ahead and do. But of cost of living is definitely higher in Seattle, and the pay is also high in Seattle. So maybe if you take, for example, if you take Kansas City average pay is around $80,000 or $90,000, and the cost of living also reduces there. So vice versa. So if the cost increases,
Yeah,
the salaries will also be
yeah.
higher. And so most of our students, what they do is they live outside of the downtown. Maybe they live in the cities like Redmond on the east side, or to the north they live in Bothell or Everett, Linwood. That way they can save some of these costs, and rents are more affordable in these cities, but it takes at least 45 minutes of travel or 30 minutes of travel to reach the university via bus or light rail or anything. But yes, honestly, Seattle is a bit more expensive city compared to other cities in the US.
So what about the public transportation? Is it like easy to get to the public transportation from the city of Valencia to the campus?
Sorry, your
Yeah.
voice is.
Okay. So can you hear
Yes,
Orhan?
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So what about the public transportation? Is it like easy to get to the city uh, from the city or the suburb to the campus? Are
Yes,
there
yes.
any options with it?
I live 20 miles away from downtown of Seattle, to be exact, to from the campus. So I take a bus in the morning, or I do. I live in the city called Linwood, so my nearest bus station would be the Linwood Transit Center. Similarly, Redmond has. Every city has its own transit center which connects to the Seattle downtown. There are public transport buses they can take to come to the Seattle, and we from the east side they are still building a light rail, which is a train they can take. Maybe it starts in the next couple of months. So yeah, we do have buses and train which can increase the effective transportation into the downtown. And yeah, if the students are living in downtown, there are n number of buses connecting from the north to south or east to west, so they can take any buses. King County Metro is one of the largest, I would say, the largest transportation they can offer there. So, this is how the students can manage to take the public transportation here.
The second one is for me, the scholarship option. Is it only for being only assessed with GPA, or let's say if the student has less GPA, if they have like strong working experiences, like strong achievement in his working experience, do you consider that? It's not all only GPA.
Scholarship options for
Yes, for the
scho-
graduates.
requirements for scholarship is when the student applies or when the student signs the financial declaration form, there is one checkbox. The student needs to tick it that they are interested to receive the scholarship receive the scholarship. That is the only requirement, and based on the previous education, they can get they can be eligible for the scholarship.
So, what if the student has like less GPA? They do not meet that with the minimum GPA. They have like strong achievement in their working experience. Do you consider that as well, or only the GPA?
That is actually a bit that's kind of a tricky question for me to answer, but the requirements which we follow are only based on the academic merit, not on the working experience or the working experience. So it's up to the registrar's office or the department who decides on this. But as of now, we only allotted or we granted scholarship only based on the academic merits.
To follow up the first questions, how's your experience living in Singapore? Is it really nice to live in Singapore, the community environment?
Seattle is a very welcoming city, I would say. Um, and it's one of the most safe and secure places to live in. And I keep telling this to everyone. I take a bus in the morning when I told you I am on campus by 7 a.m. So imagine having cold and chilly winter mornings. The sun doesn't rise
Yeah.
until 8 a.m. It's all dark outside. I still walk through the downtown, so I feel safe. But
Okay.
however, yes, there are always some shady places where the students need to
Yeah.
avoid, which we mention it to them. So, so try to avoid these A, B, and C places, which we tell them during the orientation. That way, the students are well informed of where to go and where not to go. So that way, it's that you need to just follow the instructions and you need to follow the experience what your peers to tell you. So apart from that, Seattle is the best place to live in. We sometimes think of the weather. The weather it's kind of gloomy because of the
Yeah.
rain in Seattle. But I don't see myself moving out of Seattle. Yeah, I don't see that. So I had a best experience living. So I am also an immigrant here, like all the international students. So I think I can speak on behalf of everyone.
Okay. For the next one, for the MBA program, did you need like working experience or just graduate can apply?
I'm sorry, I could not hear you.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, my mic is not working properly. For the MBA program, do you need like working experience or just graduate can apply?
Uh, GMAT scores? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay. How about now?
Yeah, I think it's a bit better.
Okay. For the MBA program, do you need like working experience for that or just
No,
graduate can apply?
no, we do not require any work experience for MBA. But however, if your previous education is not in the school of, suppose if you do a
Mhm.
bachelor's in business administration, you can directly start
Yeah.
taking the core requirements. But if you do not, maybe let's suppose take I'm a student from computer science and I do want to study MBA. I need to take one prerequisite course, which teaches the terms and
Okay.
which teaches the terms used to master in in the MBA. So it's not that you just go you have something from from a non-business background, you cannot come directly and study a business program. So we need the students to take one prerequisite course. But apart from that, we do not require any work experience for MBA. They can straight a fresher student can also come and study our MBA.
That's really great. Uh, for the first one, I think you mentioned about taking the English class offline
Mm-hmm.
at the City University. So, what if the student do not meet the requirement for the English? Do they need to take like English course before the intake, or they can take it along with the master degree program?
So for English language program, when we ask for the English language proficiency test, we determine if the students are matching the scores or not. Suppose if our MBA program requires 6.5 of IELTS and the student gets only 6, so we put them in a language assisted program there, or ask them to take a 5 week of ELP, and based on the score they receive, they can start the ILP class for 5 weeks and then come and study the MBA with us, or they can start their MBA program. Else, maybe if the student can do want to retake the exam, MBA exam, and they want to start studying and they want to start studying right away without taking ELP, they can request for our in-house test, which is ITEP or Oxford Language Test, where the students can take it prior to coming to Seattle or prior
Oh,
to their class, or even after coming to Seattle, they can take this test. If they meet the requirement of ITEP score to 6.5 equivalent scores, then they can start the program directly instead of taking an ELP. So that way they can save some amount there again.
okay. So, what if they have like the question IELTS? They don't need to take like the ISAP on your applied one, right? Or let's say if they have like IELTS already and meet the requirement, they do not really take like the ISAP test applying to the CV after they arrive in Seattle.
They receive the score at a later point after they join. Is that the
Oh
question?
no, be, before they join. Before they join the program and they have like sufficient IELTS, let's say sufficient IELTS of people, they do not need to take like the IELTS test
Oh no,
upon arrival, right?
no, they need not make any ITAP. If they meet the English language proficiency before they arrive in Seattle, they need not take any more tests. They can suppose sometimes the students receive the scores after they get their visa, and suppose the previous scores were only 6 and they were admitted to ELP and to the MBA program, and they get the scores after they get the visa interview. So during the time of orientation when they are on campus, or even before they arrive, they can write to their advisor that I received my scores and I do not wish to go with the ELP program and I wish to go to the master's program directly. That way the advisor can adjust the programs, and then they can they can ask them to join the program directly using the new IELTS scores.
Okay, got it. So for that type of questions, like after they submitted the application to the admission, how long will they get the offer letter?
So as soon as the student applies, our advisor will reach out to them within 5 business days, requesting the documents. So based on the documents requested by the advisor, and they submit all the documents on time. Um, After that, they send the documents to the evaluation to a registrar's office. So from the time of submission, so these are like all I received all the final documents and I'm sending your file for evaluation. From that point, it will take around 10 business days to issue an I-20. So yeah, after the student applies to for the advisor to reach out, we usually take 5 business days, and once we receive all the documents, it's usually 10 business days to issue an I-20.
Okay, that's great then. The last question is if the student is taking like the online course, okay, and or they take the online course and later in the session, are they allowed to graduate to attend the graduation?
Graduation, I think they can. This is a good question. If the student take an online course, can they attend the graduation ceremony? I think they can.
Can you do like fully online course or is it like a hybrid one?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I we have students who take these for programs online, and yes, they can come and they can participate in the graduation.
So it's just they need like to confirm with the admission after that or to do some children services or where can they ask the
Maybe
graduations
after.
to
So you're talking about the graduation ceremony, right?
yeah
Uh,
the graduation ceremony.
I think the student need again they need to talk to the advisor and the advisor can guide
Mhm.
them how to participate or if they want to have all this the gown, the caps and the tassels. I think the advisor can guide them through the process there.
So even if they take like online course, they still have um, the advisors right along the way.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, okay, that's great. I think that's all for questions today. Thank you, Karsi, for joining us. And everyone, if you have any questions, oh, there's one typing. Sorry, let's just wait for one more.
Uh, so do you have any more questions or anything?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
yeah, sure.
someone typing, so we'll wait
Okay, yeah,
for that.
I can wait, no problem. Yeah, I blocked
Yeah,
my calendar for 2 hours, so I have time.
is it like morning in the US or what time is it in the US?
Yeah, it's 7 a.m. now.
Okay. It's 10 p.m. now in Indonesia. How time is it?
It's exactly the opposite. Oh,
Uh,
I actually saw a question here. Is there discrimination when looking for a job in the US? For example, are American candidates preferred over graduates from Asia? No, there isn't nothing, there isn't anything like that. I would say um, you see me. I am working in the US, so I don't think there is a discrimination as long as the skill set match for this, as long as the skill sets match, um, and they find you as a best fit for the candidate they are looking for. I don't think there is any discrimination. Yeah, there is no discrimination followed in the US. Yeah, that's a positive part.
is it hard to get the OPT after graduation or
OPTs after the graduate?
yes? Do
Um, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
yes. So in the US, you have the choice to apply for the OPT, right? After graduation.
Yeah.
Like, is it hard to get that or
A student can apply for OPT after they graduate. So I think before they finalize their before the graduation ceremony, they can apply for OPT and they can get it. Um, we are 100% OPT approved university, so I think that's a positive part on for the students. For STEM-based programs, the student can apply for 2 more years of OPT, so they can get up to 3 years of work, 3 years of work experience there.
okay, I think that's all. We do
Okay.
not have any more questions. Thank you everyone for joining today. So if you have any questions, please contact us AECC Global and your student counselor. We will help you to assist your application, design and everything. And thank you for joining us today and for your great explanation. And have a good day ahead of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish you all the very best. If you have any questions related to CityU, feel free to reach out to AECC. They will definitely help you through the process. And yeah, please do let me know if there is anything I can help you with. I can jump on a call or write an email to me so I can respond it that way right away.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so
Okay.
much, everyone. Have a great day, great rest of your day. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Embark on an exciting journey in the United States, where you'll uncover stories of dreams and endless possibilities. The country is a beacon of academic excellence and houses 8 of the top 10 universities globally. In the USA, diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. This offers students an invaluable opportunity to engage, learn, and thrive in a multicultural environment. Beyond academics, the USA opens doors to a world of opportunities, with graduates often finding their place in Fortune 500 companies. We know the decision to study abroad is a mix of excitement and apprehension. That's where AECC steps in. We're your compass, guiding you through every step of your journey. From course selection, university application, visa processing, to pre-departure briefings, our end-to-end services are completely free. Ready to chase your American dream? Connect with AECC today, and let's turn your dream into a reality. Fill out the contact form to get started.